turn to page 7 of the prayer book. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sagata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sagata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sagata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. We know supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides and said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise then I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. A purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all Ram's atoms in all aspects. With supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of gods, protectors' heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white, heaped good like cloud, O Lobsangrakpa Dharma's omniscient King, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit, field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortune it is. Your beauteous body, famed glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. None but you committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time. Especially what has contradicted three vows, each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essence-full. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I fear gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make venerable orbs Sangrapas, essential teachings specially shine forever. Make made say waiter chen chen rezik, remake yampe wampo jampel tu pung malu tom ze sang weda gang chen ke pe tsu gen song kapa lob sang drak pe shabla so adep. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time, the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, was looking perfectly at the practice of profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, how should a child of the lineage strain who wishes to engage in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomena. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind element, no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth up to no aging and death and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in a state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Ayata, gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places Dakinis. Akasamaraj. Tayata gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisoha. The power of truth of the exalted three-jewel speech, may all undecided negativity, such as the four maras, be stopped, may they become non-existent, may they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kuriya soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse, harmful conditions, may all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Sashi Paki Jukshin Metuk Ram Ri Rab Ling Ji Ni De Gyan Bari Sang Ye Jing Nu Me Jonam la Janju Badu Dagni Gyap Suchi Dagi Chunyan Gipe Sonam Ki Drola Pinche Sange Drupasho Jodan Choke Junam La Janju Badu Dagni Gyap Suchi Dagi Chunyan Gipe Sonam Ki Drola Pinche Sange Drupasho Jonan Choke Junam La Janju Badu Dagni Gyap Suchi Dagi Chunyan Gipe Sonam Ki Drola Pinche Sange Drupasho
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's happy Sunday? Or safe Sunday? Tomorrow I have to go for a walk. There's a happy Friday. Still, the people can't go Friday. Tomorrow I'm there. 2 days off them. Just exciting. Sunday, oh, finish. Special, you know. Yeah, anyway. Hello. Would you like to sit the chair? You okay? Wherever comfortable, sit there, okay? Anyway, it's wonderful, nice weather. Weather's very similar to us. Our mind. Our mind's up down, right? The weather's also just yesterday all day cold, raining. Today nice. Maybe weather reads our mind. Anyway, wonderful day, nice day. All the leaves come back. Oh, you have good weekend, Saturday, Sunday, but you thought to come here. It's wonderful. You know the birds, some birds make the nest, they bring small, one piece grass, second piece of grass, they make big net, nest. Another bird, he makes the net for the mud. Do you know this? In Tibet a lot, right? In the rocks, they bring small piece mud. One by one, then they make it very tight. They don't have glue, but I don't know how they make. They put the piece rocks. Do you guys saw in here? Rock. Yeah. Piece. Therefore, they just put little bit, but bigger, right? Therefore, for us also to practice, purpose of what? To peace mind. Of course, the main goal is to achieve enlightenment, become Buddha, then full happy, no problem, no one to bother. But temporary goal is just peace person, peace mind. Are you guys peace? I think peace. Always up, down, right? Therefore, yesterday also the March for the Science. Have you guys go there? I'll be there. There are a lot of people there. I think this is The science is very important, Of course, there are some faults, but a lot of things, science, like hospitals, doctors, medicines, for survive our human beings, they use the other beings. Right? These human beings survive for us, use other beings, not something, but more important, although science makes for our healthy body, also healthy environment, healthy also things try to better, things try to better and better. Anyway, it's also I think looks important. Then yesterday the Earth Day. What means Earth Day? Just Earth Day means Tibetan on the pagan, but no, nothing makes sense. Like Tibetan is a side teaching. Some is Earth teaching means holiday. But the English, their Earth Day means something meaning. Huh?
Make sure we think about the health of the earth, like not.
Yeah, this is a correct, yeah. It's very also we say koyu soju means makes sense. Don't make dirty, don't use things who harm the koyu. This is very important, right now, we have so many four elements problems, right? Earthquake, fire. Do you see some place all the time fire, like California, right? Then earthquake, fire, then flood, storm, then storm, big storms come in, check everywhere. Why it's dangerous? It is careful. In Tibetan, we have, when I was Tibetan kid, I always go out, we have the yak or cows keeper. We have to go all day. Then there's some there's storm coming. We say Oman Pemo. I don't know. There's some custom or some nature. There's some don't listen. Some ghost inside that. Then we say Oman. Look that fourth very strong. Then we everyone Oman. They slow they display. It's true. I don't know if they're not big here, the big ones. They take the houses like that. I don't know. Anyway, do they believe something inside that? In here? Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah. What happened? Do they that? They have something excuse, right? Why they really small, very, very tight, very sharp, Yeah, the tornado. Why they coming? Like temperature? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, the Buddhism, I don't know Buddhism, I'm just, I cannot say, I don't know Buddhism, explain that. Some my town, the families, there was some spirit ghost inside that. Then very strong ones, they're coming, their own karma. Then also they just run. They're carrying that. Wherever they go, they're carrying with them. Or then they Oman. Therefore, anyway, I don't know. Like that, we have a lot of problems, right? Anyway, whatever. Therefore, if we destroy earth, then the owner of the earth doesn't like, then we have earthquakes. Like that is renown is a global warming. Maybe global coal. But a lot of problems, Therefore, we need, very important to protect our Mother Earth. It's very important, for, I'm just thinking maybe, the science taking care for our body healthy. Say, don't eat, don't drink it, or take this medicine, then we are just, until we die, we're taking medicines. Then, maybe Dharma, religion, taking care of our mind. If our mind is more stable or more honest, then also we will taking care our earth. Therefore, they all go through very important. What do you think? Because we use so many. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, it's nice, Anyway, happy your day. Therefore, science taking, science always investigation for other things. But they're not touch, isn't it? Touch. They're not conclusion, right? Do they have conclusion? The science have conclusion? This year, this is the last one. Next year, they forgot. They fail. Or we thought that that's not correct. More there, we have to more learn. But not really conclusion. Because why they're not conclusion? They're not yet complete understand the reality or the whatever they're doing. They're really close, they're doing very good, but because they change all the time. Do they change? They say, this is last minute, maybe a couple of years, then another one coming, but not that way, like that way. Therefore, they're not really conclusion. If you really investigation, but you will find more. Right? Therefore, Buddhism has also not conclusion until you achieve enlightenment. Practice, study. We have not graduated. Some people bored, right? I studied 20 years. I don't get any diploma. Right? The real diploma, is that correct? Diploma is change your mind, is the real diploma. Sometimes you say change your mind, it's also especially a little bit dangerous for the Western study. Don't be touched. We say like that, don't be touched, don't be jealous, or don't touch too much your family, your house, your car. That's a little dangerous. How can I survive to no house, no family, not activity, no my possessions? Right? Little contradictory, right? Sometimes Buddhism makes people a little bit poor. Right? It means that just be simple. Try to a little bit contentment. But not say, don't look at your good job. Okay, of course you have to look good job. But not to, how you say, always to more. Just live simple. We believe karma, we say karma. What's karma? It's karma's cost. Grow, zero. Right? If everyone, I think all human beings have the same goal. They want to be the best person. Best house, best family, best husband, best wife, best kid. The kids have the best education. Everyone, right? Everyone, they're looking for best. But they're not same all the time. The goal is the same. Everyone try to go to New York. But someone go to West, someone lost the road, someone stuck that way. It's very hard to, go there, right? Because we are all different karma. Some push the, how you call it? Some gun, gun. There are so many guns, right? Some guns go very far away, some guns they not go that far away, like that, right? Do they have? All the guns go same direction, but they put in their mission same exactly, right? Then they can go same place. But the difference, because they're not enough to push the, how you say,
Force.
they're not force, they're enough force, right? What you say?
The power or the
Power.
force of the gun.
Yeah,
So depending on the force, they can shoot the bullet how far.
yeah,
Ammunition.
yeah. I don't know, you think I'm going to them very far away, but there's no power, they cannot go. Like us, we try to, of course we have to try to best, but if you cannot get the best one, don't be too, too sad. Then, it's why have that happen? Because we just create the karma like that. We just create the cause like that. They cannot push, this, you shouldn't, jingda, lasting, or you have, Bhutanists, they have some, how you call? Dayosyo, sort of tabaten. Aaron, how much you have strong hand, they go far away. You're not strong, they're not far away, because they're not enough to cause, to push, right? If you want to go very far away, but don't have enough power, doesn't go. Like same, for us, we have, everyone has their own individual karma to go directly or let me loose, the stock here, Sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes we are a very terrible person, we say, oh, it's a terrible person. But they are very successful. Then we say, I'm trying to do my best all the time. I didn't harm anyone. They're doing harm, but they're very successful. What's going on? Tibetan called lende tuba karo. Jinde kontu se. That is somebody saying, jinde kontu mares. Kona de yawade, kona kiwa ngama mambo le sa shibdiba yungares. Ngazo ma.
Mess up of the cause and effect. Usually, if you have a good cause, you should have a good result. But then sometimes people see that, oh, you don't have a good cause, but then how come you have a good result? That's like a mess up, of the cause and effect. But it's not like that. That cannot happen. If you have a good cause, you will definitely have a good result. If you have a bad cause, you will definitely have a bad result.
Jinde tuba yoras.
Can the cause and effect go wrong? No? Can you mess up with that?
They tell kota or the temat in the I don't know where they come from. Because Koran, Jedamata, Jishama, the Jagmar.
So, if the cause can go wrong, like, what's the seed of this tulip flower, right? Tulip flower? There's a particular seed of that, right? If you were to sow a different seed, can you have a tulip flower from that seed? Cannot, right? So you have to have that particular specific cause for that tulip flower to grow from that. So if you sow the seed of the apple, then you will grow apple, right? And if you sow a seed of apple, but if instead of apple, if the orange grows, then what happens? And the cause and effect is messed up, right?
Therefore, if you try to bear, you say, I'm very good. I didn't harm anyone this life. Yes, you are a very good person. Yes. So. Yeah. But you are not very successful person. What happened? Because you already saved a lot of bad karmas. You are saving bank, people's lives. Now you meet the condition, then they will come back. Right? Like this kind, very scientifically or logically, it's work, right? We have some bacteria inside our body. Maybe after 10 years, then we get sick. They will say, when you got this, disease, then the doctors, they check, then say, oh, you got 10 years. Why I not get sick 10 years? Because that time they're not enough to produce the conditions. right? Like right now we are very young, our body is more strong. Our body can more fight all other bad bacteria. When we become old, then our body can lose the power. Then the other ones get up. When we get old, we are more sick, right? You say, what happened? I'm young, I'm never sick. Now I'm getting old, I'm sick all the time. Because they get to, how you say, condition. Like that. This is like logically happen, right? Therefore, we have always sometimes very bad guy, bad guy growing, it doesn't matter. Bad people, we say, oh, everyone say, he or she is a very bad person. But he or she is very successful, powerful person. He said, what's going on? Is missing, was a mess up the cause condition? No, he or she already have created the good self karma. No, they use here. Because this depend kado.
And so when the cause and condition are together, then it will ripen to the sun.
Okay? Therefore don't think, oh, maybe there's no cause. If I'm trying to create the good karma, there's no good result. Someone create the bad karma, there's no good result. Not like that, okay? We have karma, some karma ripen this life. Some karma ripen next life. Some karma ripen next life. Okay? What do you think? Do you think not just same, everything the same? If everything is the same, why we have two different shape people here? Like here, we have 10, 15 people. We are all different shapes. Of course, we have eyes, we have nose, but all different shapes. Even, 100,000 people. We go to maybe all of the world, we can check everyone, every single people. Do they same? Of course, they have hair same, but maybe they're not completely same. It's shape same. What happened? We make this cup, 100 cups. They can make exactly same, right? Same shape, same, parent lines. But why not human beings not same possible? What do you think? Then no one can control the chaos. This is the control, right? Science again. Okay, this much there, this much. Then exactly same. They produce the result also exactly same. But our human beings, never ever same. Like logic, you think that we cannot see something, that there is something very powerful person behind us. This is karma. Okay? Therefore, anyway, we all try to create the good karma, then become better. Oh, this reason I have to say. Just little bit, day by day. The birds make the nest. They don't make, they're very small. There's no power. Just a little bit. Even the mouth, they bring the mouth, right? They didn't bring hand. Two hands doesn't use. We use two hands. But they bring the piece mouth. Right? Do you saw this when they make the nest? Very beautiful. They just, but day by just a little bit. Okay? I always say, don't be exciting. Don't stop. Just slowly. Then it will be change our mind. I'm not saying it's I don't know. I met some couple to this one Tibetan guy. He's just a lay person. He has liver cancer or stomach cancer. Now doctors say, he will die soon. He also thinks I'm dying soon just. But he's a very healthy person. His mind is very healthy. Also, he said, before I die, I want some puja. We did last week to, we did medicine with the puja. Then he said, I'm not scared to die. It's just nature. So like his mind is very healthy. Then he told his son, go to the funeral home. you know, where the just before after you guys just check, you know, where you guys try to make more easy, you know. Told them, you know, we have the Buddhism, you know, we go into some Buddhism, you know, where then sun is an event, you know. So, you know, here very plain, you know. Still, you know, he recite automaticalization for ornamentation once a day. Is 8 chapters. This is the person of the way in the meditative.
It's the root text of the philosophy text, professional people.
Yeah, long you know, he recited with us. He write down 5 times. You know, then he recite every day Guru Puja. Still he writing. But his mind very stable, you know. It's not over. This is really, you know, like example, you know, if you guys someone say you're going to die, are you scared? And that's all right. You say, oh, really, I'm going to die. You know, it's really, I have to try. It's not really comfortable, right? It's like we hope, like completely hopeless. But he's not like that, you know. He just when he is like comfortable, you know, he doesn't get much pain. Also, he doesn't much pain. They say he's usually that kind of disease is very painful, but he doesn't much pain. When he comfortable, he just started, you know, something pray. Like, I think this is like power of the prayer to keep mind like peaceful. Okay? Like that. Anyway. Okay. Therefore, I'm saying just try to every day, just slowly. Therefore, think about this more. This text, Guide to the Bodhisattva Way. This is, you know, in order to practice this, you don't need to receive initiations. Otherwise, a lot of practice we need to initiations, and you know. This is very simple. Everyone can practice. Okay? 다 가정만도 쇼로게 이제 답제돼 쇼사이 봤어. 안 데리가도 엄마 봐야 있어.
So last time we talked about the verse 28, right? And so today we start from 29, and hopefully we'll complete this chapter today.
봐. 아니 든다 주마들라 아니 양종의 자종시에 있어 봐.
And then next week we're going to have a review on the first chapter.
봐. 아니 간지 랑게 둥아래 차완데나 대공고 요래 제 둥아래 차완데나 대공고 소모 이랬어.
And so in short what it's saying is that in order to be free from the suffering, oneself free from the suffering, we need to meditate on this. And in order to free others from suffering, we need to meditate on this.
아니 대파 첨보들 쌓여난 대곰나 다로 살라비요 그랬어.
And also if we have created very serious negative karmas, then through meditating on this, it will be purified.
그봐. 아니 가로. 샤지고 샘데 곰바이나 아니 따지 간지 대파 나 사샤바 다로. 아니 주마 사드 메티와 제그마들라비요 그랬어.
So if you meditate on bodhicitta or generate bodhicitta, then all the negative karmas created in the past will be purified, and will not create any new negative karmas.
Okay? 아니 되게 샤지고선라 간여다 군조세지다 되는 샤지고세 니요레스 들어요.
And such kind of bodhicitta is divided into 2 different kinds, and that is called the ultimate bodhicitta and conventional bodhicitta.
그래서 나도 상제발라 소는 것도 이시 손이고 그래서.
In order to achieve enlightenment for us, we need the accumulation of merit and accumulation of wisdom.
근데다 대담 세제사데 이시가 소래 군조세제사도 소는 것도 그래서.
And so therefore the ultimate bodhicitta is the collection of or accumulation of wisdom, and conventional bodhicitta is the accumulation of method.
어떻게든 잠을라 잘라놓고 세나다 장주 샘 대래 하기 대화되게 주요 말에서 가서도 라비 단주들 그는 내가 라비에서.
So if we were to search for a thing to bring happiness for ourselves in this world, then there's no better thing than bodhicitta.
어다 슈마 도저콜 가와간에 특하게 라고도 된다고 가서 자장돼서 지어 있어.
And then again, we'll go through these verses, and then we'll review them again, the entire chapter again.
Okay, 다시 이제 subject 딱 알아서 사마 안에 대wan 도자 치바리 동아면도 치바리에서 이나 대wan 도자 대외 저점 마셔. 동아면도 저 동아 접방 마셔. 이제 가서 또 제대로 해서 그랬어. You want come inside?
And so the verse 28, is saying that we are all same in wanting to have happiness and not wanting any sufferings. And even though we want to have happiness, we don't know how to create the cause for happiness. Even though we don't want to have suffering, but we don't know how to eliminate the sufferings.
근데 가서 내가 제와에 날 내가 제 삼자 수수 제만이는 가서 제다제 도구를 써 그러고.
So even if we want to do some kind of job, some kind of thing, if you want to do that, you have to know how to do that thing, and otherwise you will not be able to do it.
Like example, your problem, your toilet, if you wish you can fix, but you cannot, you don't know how you fix, you try, then become more worse. That's right? Therefore, in anything we need to do, in order to done, we need to know, right? Like Westerns, they need lecture go to what's this here.
You need a degree or a certificate to do that, right?
이나야. lecture 맨날 간지 딱 뛰어가고 제단도 하고는 야 되고.
So even if you don't have certificate, but if you have the experience and you know how to do it, you can still do it, right?
근데 이제 다 근데 제3나야 되게 냠냠매나 제가 지났다 되는 고로 자세 그러고.
And so if you don't have the knowledge and if you don't have the experience and you try to do that, then you might end up spoiling it, right? I mean, getting it even worse.
근데 이제 등간도 돈도 셈이 있자 등가질 거 맞지. 등가 돈도 셈이 열어서 상마 열어와서.
And like it says here, so those desiring to escape from suffering hasten right towards suffering. So do we have a desire to escape from suffering?
Yeah, right. 간지 등가서야는 고소 면도가더라서 면도가던 거는 뭐 나도 면도와서 야만 나도 면도와서.
So the suffering is something that we don't want, right? We don't want to have a headache. We don't want to have pain in our arms and anything, anywhere in our body. Right? So that's something that we don't want.
대만에 가서 정말 대만도 그러와서.
And not only that, we all want to be happy, right?
먼저 쌈 쉐드 소소라 대바 용하게 제대로 가서 소금이 알아와서.
So we don't intentionally eliminate or destroy the cause of our happiness, right?
옛날야 대만도 저 뚜루베 라게 대만도가 무시바 인자 대만 같은 좀 저거 해서.
But out of delusion, we destroy our own happiness if it is we're our enemy. So that's out of delusion, out of ignorance, because of not knowing the right way.
오다 대제제 다 된데 임바 인자 다 저거니까 작은 정도 작거든 숨치다만이가 냠도 지금 돈다라죠.
And so then, therefore, it says in the verse 29 and then the verse 30 together.
그리고 강식 대회 포마당하스 등가 마데 대달라스 땅 알아서 대회 포마스 나도 대회 포여스.
And then so he satisfies with all joys, those who are starving for happiness. And so, are we starving for happiness?
대회 포마스나 대화가 딱 가고.
Never.
대화가 마당을 달라 대회 포마라 그러고.
So we're starving for happiness, or we are deprived of happiness, right?
What do you think?
Deprived of happiness? What do you understand when I say deprived of happiness? Has no happiness, right?
Do you have happiness? 땅 가도라나 다 대회 포마드나 대화 마당하고 고쳐로 와서. 근데 나 등가 마데더라. 등가 마모 되어서.
So, we can say in here maybe the suffering, the happiness that we're deprived of, and it's talking about real happiness, right? The everlasting happiness maybe. So, and then it says, strive for happiness and eliminates all the sorrow. So we want to eliminate all the sorrows, right?
Right? Dunga 마데 대달라스. 땅가서 동아 마모 도와 가지고 잠을 뭐 강도 와서 찡그다 찡바 님으로 숨다니 찡질라 주가지 천년만도 용도 와서.
And so we are deprived of happiness, and we have all these plenty of sufferings, right? Sufferings, and continuous sufferings, like a stream of water from the mountain.
근데 다 들리더래. 상가서 대회가 포대와. 아니 동아 마모 영행 가서 밑에 해서 와. 다 텔 탑시는 어디나 텔 탑시 수직에서나 대화 근지 선바다 누가 탐주 쥐지지 다 대화 차선 선바 신경에다 아니 누가 탐주 쥐어 신경에 요래왜 대 요래 들어와
And then so, and so it's to the beings who are deprived of actual happiness and who have all this continuous sufferings. So can we satisfy them with the real happiness, and can we amend or fix all their sufferings? Is there something that can do that? Is there something that can do that? Your Manas.
No. Sanjay Yomaras.
Well, now I was going to say, in regular approach to search for happiness, there's nothing eternal. You start
So
with them and you find, you realize emptiness and you realize what you got, then yeah,
there is a 대외 봉화다 누가 뭐 이와도 가르치는 것은
So why are we deprived of happiness, the actual happiness, and why we have so many different kind of sufferings?
아니 뜨무고 그래서
It's because of delusion, right? Because of our ignorance.
tendeisa 다 대화 끈 선발 셔봐 누가 탐주 파 매화송이 뜨무고 탐주 사바싱에데 아니 상적을 셈데레스 대당 계속 갈아요 다 대는 준비가 다 된다고 내가 제대로 수치요 말들어
And so someone or something who can satisfy with all the happiness, right? And who can amend or fix all the sufferings or eliminate all the sufferings. And also, not only that, but even clear away all the causes of sufferings, like the delusions and so forth. So what kind of thing or what kind of person can do that for us? That's the bodhicitta.
tendeisa nanzo kana 대외 봉사다 인토당 엘리지 대외 봉사 될 거라고 nanzo 쳐다다다 지 소선 삼습시 레카로 야보셔 나미도 해지는 거 대화대들 될라고 하는
So the happiness that we're deprived of, is the happiness of the liberation and enlightenment.
Yeah.
So it says that the happiness of the higher realm and upper realm and the happiness of definite goodness. So the definite goodness is referring to the enlightenment or liberation. So otherwise, the happiness that we consider as happiness, like where we have all the families come together on a good weather day and have a barbecue in the backyard, it's kind of happiness, right?
What do you think? There's happiness? Then you go to party place, then you get to dancing. Anyway, today you're there. Dig Deva said, and again to the village Devada. And they will pong yamba. And Dunga said, and Dunga Tamshi Jo. And it's Tumuk, or that Tiger. Mishi Mumba to the moment than your race. Then they say what decision, and they shall do something check it is.
So the beings who are deprived of such kind of happiness and who possess all these many different kind of sufferings, and the cause of sufferings, the delusions and so forth. So one who can eliminate all these sufferings, including their causes, the delusions, and who can satisfy the everlasting happiness is the bodhicitta.
Teneza nindishija kalayos, sonamtera kalayos. Pemba tamche, Nova tamche, and tamchule, Jupige, that tending, that Shanju sem delegating Haji Omar.
And so that's just like it says here, that he satisfies with all the joys, those who are striving for happiness, and eliminates all the sorrow of those who are afflicted in many ways. And he dispels delusions, where else is there such a saint, and where else is there such a friend, where else is there such a merit.
And the Timas and Landu Generation Maloba, Tatoba, Tele Sunum and Hajo Martin, that says he is Shanju Sem Check this war. Sunum than a Kalayos. Landu Generation Tata, Shinju Maloba, Dembi, Sunum, and a Yen Kalayos.
And so whereas there can be such a merit that that shows what is to be adopted and what is to be abandoned without any mistakes.
다 디칼라서나 샹지고 셈 곰바 옛나 소소라도 내 신주 말로 발레 다 타르게 해서 그러고 샹지고 셈 나도 티칭 지역에 좀 말해.
And so if we generate or meditate on bodhicitta, then we will know exactly how to what to be adopted and what to be abandoned without any mistakes.
근데다 모두 손님 침보셔 와이나 아니 땡에 바치도 소시라 죽여서 말아봤어.
And through that one can create a great amount of merit, and if one has merit, one will not not be afflicted by all kinds of harms or hindrances.
당당강도 라이 방해라. 모두 당봉강도 로슈슈 갈아야 수보 또비야 보이나 나도 주주도 좀 조금 그거면 와.
And so just like I mentioned earlier, if the person is healthy when he's young, and when the body is strong and healthy, then the disease inside body cannot afflict or harm the body easily.
Right? Do you think that's true? 어때도 싶어요. 아니 손음 넘 대두 둥아 탐쳐서 손음 대비 매 있어봐는 년도 송어래. 손음 요와 있나 대wan 접거리 둥아들이 있는데 그래. 매지 메디가 something 가래 요는 접거리에서 상지가 송어래.
And also Buddha said that if we have merit, then through that we'll be able to achieve the happiness we want and be free from suffering we don't want, and we will be also able to fulfill all our wishes if we have enough merit.
He's a lucky that he or she is a lucky person. I'm not lucky. We can say that. Why does happen? He lucky, I'm not lucky. Why? You did. Then so solemn said, "Kaji, nazo big man to yalo talaya, nipa chimbo ito. Ta tela nazo gate said yung was."
So it's the merit, So it's a very powerful force behind, which cannot be seen, but that's the one that makes us to have what we want, or couldn't have what we what we don't want.
Okay. Yes.
So I'm a little confused. May I ask you? So when I think of the word deprived, I think of somebody else depriving me of something instead of me not having something. So I'm wondering if what you're saying, and I'm still kind of learning. So the bodhicitta, bodhisattva, all the terms are a little. But if are you saying that if we ourselves were to become Bodhisattva, that we would find our happiness, or are you saying that if I become a bodhisattva, I can help other people become happy? Because I don't see that I can't make somebody happy. I can do my best to not cause them more suffering. But I think it's up to us to be happy within ourselves based on these delusions that we have and working on that. So that's where I'm a little confused. Are you saying it's up to other people to help, or is it up to us ourselves to make us happy?
안에 소소 동화 세트 그래서 거기 생기 동화야 세트 그래서 그래서 안에 생기 소소게 되는 생기 동화도 세트 세야돼 생기 동화 세야돼 세야 되어 나태야돼 소소라도 요 말았어 뒤코는 건 그런 소소도 저거 뭐지 저기 내가 때도 요 말았대 내 말에 했어 뒤고 할때 그런 더 맞춘 선수
나 퐁라이도 왔어 나도 다 대화 나가요 말라 그래서 대신방 퐁집에 예방 가서 동화 때문에 계속 말했어 소소라 대화도 나고 소소 고아 근데 대화도 나가 말해 나가요 말라 그래서 대화 퐁라이데
So in this context, I mean, you deprived, like I said, what do you mean by deprived, right? That means not. So when you are deprived of happiness, that means you don't have happiness. And so that's what we are like that. We don't have the real actual happiness, and so we are deprived of happiness. I mean, you can use that term, or you can use something else. You can say, okay, you can just simply say, we don't have the actual happiness. So I don't know why we want to use that word. So we are deprived of happiness, or we don't have happiness. That means same thing.
Okay. 다 상심 선바 차와이나 소소라 동하고 첨로 그래. 소소 막가로.
David Simba.
David Simba 그래서 대마제 아니 예라야 대바테 도올라 그래서. 인자 요새.
가르스 대단 가르스.
다 때는 아니 예라야 강에 되게나 강을 콜라란도 근데 신주 말로 때문에 봐줘도 다 나지 날래 지나. 차 나지 그 대바트마 차요.
And so if you become Bodhisattva yourself, of course, you will be able to provide, bring happiness to yourself and eliminate your own suffering. And not only that, you can also help others to achieve happiness for them and to free themselves from their sufferings also. You can help them. Of course, you can't just give them like that. You can help them. You can show them the path, the correct path. And then because you have this great bodhicitta, compassion, and therefore you will be more willing to help for them than other regular people who don't have enough compassion.
Okay? Nganzo dunga phwa kachil mar nganzo mushiba momba yanza dunga jamma bosatene dunga mambo yongor lavares.
And so while we're deprived of happiness and while we have all these many different kinds of suffering, it's because we are ignorant, to the actual way of things existing. So ignorance. So because of the ignorance, and we're not able to create the real cause for happiness, and we're not able to eliminate the cause for the real suffering.
Right? Now you guys already graduate, right? Are you guys finished graduate? Anyone going to school? Maybe Jesse, you go to school? High school? But you guys already graduate college, right? You have no problem to homework. You are done. Not like you kids. Teacher gives so many homeworks. The kids depressed, they don't know how. Right? You can show them to that. Then they did the kundukange their set. They don't pay attention to this.
So you help them, right? You help your kids because you know that, you're already graduated, you have the knowledge, so you can help them. And then they can do their homework, they can pass the exam. And that's how you help them.
If you become Bodhisattva, maybe you already Bodhisattva. If you become Bodhisattva, you just other person to other people who has problem, just advise for them. Then they really follow your. If you are really Bodhisattva, you will advise for best quality, like best way. Then they follow that, they will free from their suffering. You cannot take from their suffering to just pick up. Not like that. Do you understand? Like we say, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Most important Dharma. Buddha just show. Buddha just, GPS. Go to 93 south. Okay? Then the real Dharma's driver. Follow the driver. Do that, Push the, put gas enough. Okay? Like that. Therefore, how Buddha Dharma Sangha protects us, we follow Buddha's advice, we do practice that, then we survive. Correct? Like example, we say doctors, nurse, medicine. Like Buddha is like doctor. The Dharma is like nurse. The real Dharma is medicine. You take medicine, then we survive. Doctor says, okay, take 3 times this medicine before you eat with not empty stomach. We don't attack medicine. You have tons of bottles here. Then you never, how you call it, recover. Because doctor give you medicine, but you don't take. If you take, it be recover, right? Like that. Even we listen every day Buddha's teaching, every day, 24 hours. Maybe you just read the hundreds book, you read all kinds. Of course, you get the merit, but you don't really practice. It's not much change. Just same person all the time. Okay? Do you understand? They mean, okay, okay. Da sholoka tindriga pento chenpo jimba yinza, ani da shangzhe sem gom dengi gangza de yang pemizu nanga chenpo re, da sholoka samchi sochi songdo was.
And so such kind of bodhicitta with the great benefits, right? Benefits like that. So someone with that kind of bodhicitta, bodhisattva, and like that, someone, bodhisattva, someone who has the kind of bodhicitta, is praiseworthy.
Then that sholoka musonda, penta lendo kaimba, teya rishing, ma go na machu lebre sheba yi, shanchu semba, which goes. 당가나서 미 정말 팬도로 치나 아도 미디어하고 놀라고 was.
And so that's said in the verse 31. So even one who repays a kind deed is praised somewhat. So what should be said of a bodhisattva whose good deeds is unsolicited?
단 네가 저는 나도 밀어 파 로바 제와이나 나도 sem나야 네 파에 오지는 갈 로바 제그래 해서면 그런 땡기시면 자로로 요래 했으라고 그래서.
So so like when ordinary people helps other person, they always have this motivation behind their mind, thinking that if I do something good to them, maybe they will say something good about me, or maybe they will do something good to me. That kind of expectation. Ordinary people always have that. So even when someone helps with that kind of motivation, it's still praiseworthy, right? And then what need is there to say of someone who's helping completely to help only you,
Right? 나도 keleng ma nga tene klong mes nga ko roba chekse klong mes che la gre was. Che la mes.
So usually, we ordinary people always think in that way. But again, we can't accept that. We say, you don't have that motivation? No, I'm not thinking of anything for myself. I'm only saying this to help the other person. But behind in our mind, we do have that, some little bit of motivation.
Also, you don't feel like that. Oh, I don't have that motivation. Do you feel? You don't accept. I don't think so. Do you guys accept? I did help that. I don't think someone can help me back. You don't feel that. But nimachi soju pa rewa jawa ina kumachena.
But then one day, when that person doesn't help you, and then you will say, oh, I did this and that for that person, and he never think about that. So that shows that when you were doing that for that person, you were expecting something back.
Right?
So whereas bodhisattva don't have that kind of expectation at all, and so no matter how much he or she helps, we will not think of any kind of thing in return. So even someone who helps with that kind of motivation, for some kind of an expectation in return, is praiseworthy. Then what is there to say about bodhisattva who only does to help us?
Right?
Can you accept that? So when we ordinary people help other people, we always have that kind of expectation. Is that right? Do you agree? Or maybe it's difficult to accept that, right? You always think, oh no, I don't have that kind.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I don't expect anything from them. So at that time, maybe you don't have that, right? It's very subtle, exactly. So the sign that we have that kind of thought is later when someone doesn't help us, then we think, oh, I did this and that for that person, but that person now doesn't want to help me at all. So it shows that we did have that kind of thought at that time. So you become, you get discouraged, right, to do anything better for them. Why? Why you're discouraged now? Because they didn't do for you. So that shows that you had that kind of expectation at that time when you did for that person.
Like this kind of, we have to meditation. We have to think more. Now it's very hard to accept, but you think more. Is really something there, Okay, Teji. Then that Shanju Samba to one training ado, and the Cuba visa, not about you.
So whereas a bodhisattva doesn't have that kind of expectation at all. And so a bodhisattva who helps purely to benefit other person without any expectation in return for him or her is really praiseworthy. And so then the verse 32 and 33 says, like, in this world, even if someone does very small thing for other people, that person is just still praiseworthy, right?
저와 아니 펜도 주변은 저와 뉴스 남이 제좀바 깨직 담지 좀 해봐야 아니 녀지 그러 때니 녀셔 정말 해봐야 아니 단 남도 칼라도 오시대 나도 미지 칼라 깨다는 가서 와 today my friend invited me to lunch 나도 go check it was 대어 디지칭도 was.
And so here it says the world honors as a virtuous one who makes a gift to a few people, even if it is merely a momentary and contemptuous donation of a plain food and support for half a day. And like somebody, if one of your friends invites you, to their house or to the party and then offers you food, then you become happy. Oh, that person's very nice. He invited me, to his house for food. Like you feel happy about that, right?
And they chair there, chick that so gender in chick the watching the meal bar and the giant, not give us your chair, robot which the die you to us.
Then it's away
Then the young words give us sheba in give us sheba is you, Taco give our chess, going on to kill a park. Nye karo.
그래서 가서 미지 가서 칼라 깼다 와이나.
깼다 와이나.
나도 가보지 그래서.
가보지 그래서. 그거는 나도 제대 삼성 코나 진다 예 주서 녀지도 오요래서. 저 가래. 그거 샤요 말로. 녀지 녀실. 정말시 봐. 대야 아니 미강갈 발라봐도라. 근데 니마시가 나 꼴치 치와 이치와 파 정wan저 쇼이나. 만중원이 다 미드 개와시에서 바꾸라 야보시에서 라고래서. 장주 생활한테 말해서 다 섬지 소스 맛 송도.
그래서 그런 거네.
그런 거네 야나 지인도로 지금 봐줘 교심해봐. 이제 당가 진다 인도 수도로 가서 용어로 와지.
그래.
어떤데 제 수수야지 대양 셴발 안 가라게 간들이 뭐 제어 인스파. 아니 정와 잠깐도 장로 대신 가는데 쟁간데 제라와. 나도다 미드게 와서 미드 야고 제서 하는 거 그래서.
And so that person who, whoever, donates food, or provides food, to us, we praise about that person, and then from that person's side, might think that, oh, he's a very good person, I did this and that kind of, expressing his own good things, to others. So I feed this many people, or I, invited my friends and I gave them food and all these things. So they might express, out of arrogance or pride.
시도 야보라 로봇들 지나 야보들 와서 시도도 야보 말라고 말다 양데 권유 심하지 마시.
So in whatever way, the other person helps you, right? No matter what that motivation is, you receive the benefit. So therefore, it is good, right? So it's not saying that, oh, that's not good.
Okay.
It is good.
Don't misunderstand, okay? Even you just little bit is good, but compare for Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva, big difference. There is a task. 소소마 송다 샘차 장타 예라 디리다 대वर शबा namji देवर करो देवर शेजी देवला नामे येला संबा थादो जोजेबा तादो जेबा ताश जुमगुस तंदेजा काजे 샘제 장알엔데바 다 예발라 देवला नामे바 산지 공방 땡에데 샹주 셈바 디기트 다 텔라나도 기십체 초거로 와스 다 텔라나도 요 말에 세로 지마야라나 메바 아니 타와도 집에 공부 토야게 저 산지 공부 땡아서 저기 요리 대양 뒤tun도 이 말이 뒤 가디 말인데 대양 기고다 뎀베코네 아니 저기 요리 다 텔라나도 기십체 초거로 와스.
So this is what then of one who forever bestows to countless sentient beings the fulfillment of all yearnings, which is inexhaustible until the end of the beings and as limitless as space. And so, in brief, what it's saying is that if the world honors such kind of person, right, such a person who gives food to friends or other people, and then later claims that he did such and such good things, like even that kind of person is honored by the world, then what need is there to say about a bodhisattva? Who leads all these sentient beings to the state of full enlightenment. So sentient beings like infinite, limitless as space. Number of sentient beings. We're talking about number of sentient beings, right? Who are limitless and as space. So leading all these sentient beings to the state of everlasting happiness, and exhausting, like everlasting happiness. So what need is there to say about that kind of person, right?
다 간데나 간도 세들라 수로 빠징이나 간도 미디어 보리 가리치 뭐 이라고 was.
And so of course, the world should honor such kind of person, right? Even if it honors somebody who has not very good motivation, who does good but not without a good motivation, and then definitely should honor Bodhisattva, who does with the pure motivation, just to help others and bring infinite benefit to all these numberless sentient beings.
근데 다 상점 선바세디 거디나 년도 제 자다가 거디는 간도 샘청이 있다가 전혀 삼다데 요래서.
And so Bodhisattva is someone who is always concerned about others, thinking about other sentient beings throughout day and night.
근데다 아마 소수 아마 지금 붙지이나 대가니는 삼대 그러was.
So just like a mother is concerned about her only child.
아니 아마도 소수 보고대 소수 보고라 보고지 보고는 아마 찾았나 아마 그런 게 보고인 삼대 뭐 전부들이 이 삼고 말했어.
So mother is always concerned about her child, right? Thinking always about throughout day and night, thinking about her child's benefit. And even if one child becomes a parent, they still don't think the child is a parent. It thinks still is a child for her.
It's my girl, my son, right? Your son be big, your granddaughter be mother. Oh, my son. Just even they just talk, the strong the power, the loving kindness for mother and father. Just say, oh, my son, my daughter. You're not really son, you become parents, right?
So bodhisattvas are like that towards all sentient beings all the time.
다 된대기 있는 것처럼 다 들만때서 내가 타고다. 다 된대기 난조고 소소고 라마 소소고 파마 아니 저기 샹집선 받들이 라다 니바로 코노라고 사야다. 다당도 오잖아. 다 되는 데야 보여 맞라 그랬어.
And so there is such kind of benefits like that with the bodhisattva, right? But from our side, if we mistreat the bodhisattva, then it's very dangerous to us. So like it says here in this verse, once someone who is a bodhisattva, who is one's parents, who is one's guru, if we do something bad, with them, then it is much worse. The negative karma we create from there is countless times more than what we create.
뭐라고? 다 송아지 소소다. 강식 텐디 자세 전달라. 같은 연습 제가 셰바디 연습 제비 자주 가와이 냐와 네바 제시 대회송.
And so that says in the verse 34, the Lord declared, so Lord here is referring to Buddha, one who brings forth an impure thought in his heart against a benefactor, a child of the jina, which is Bodhisattva, will dwell in hell for as many eons as there were impure thoughts.
It's dangerous, right? 다 되는 이제 다 하는 가서 샹지서 가와를 세워로 다 수샹지서 말해서 와이나 다들 네가 될 사람이죠.
So the child of the jina, like I said, is Bodhisattva, right? So if we say something bad to the Bodhisattva, if we had that impure thought towards Bodhisattva, then for however much, however many moments, that many eons, we're going to be, roasted in hell. So that's what it's saying, right? So now the other question is, now how do you know whether what you're saying or what you're having bad thought towards is Bodhisattva or not? How do you know?
다 대하고 있다. 당한도 타마 파지 찍찍래 크셔하고 채고를 통보하고 채고를 쓰려고 그러는데.
So what do we do then? So always be good, respectful to others.
Okay? This thing also zombie shide 틀림사다 thing on the table. They want to lodge in zombie shide was about.
So through this, then we can really bring peace and happiness in the world. Right?
Yeah, it's really true.
We have that respect, for each other.
What? We think we say peace. Peace never come out. Peace to our own place. But very hard, right? Oh, he don't like me, why don't do that? Right? But I always say, if someone harms you or someone not respect you, or you do something they're not very intentionally first time. Maybe second time, yes. You don't love me, I want to do that. Maybe first time, they're not intentionally. Then we say, how you know they're not intentionally? Because you just put yourself. Because you make a lot of people angry, right? But first you are not intentionally. You taught to some best way to treat others, they get mad. They shows the other person also. First time they're not intentionally, maybe second time yes. Then we also right? First time we are not intentionally to harm others. To say, okay, I want to say bad word them, I want to make angry with them, not like that. But how we say, how other persons to accept, and we boom. Therefore, say, try to respect all beings. Okay? Therefore, we don't know who is Bodhisattva, who is Bodhisattva, who is Mother Tara, who is Manjushri, who is Medicine Buddha. Maybe you guys are already there. Okay? 어떤 딕텔에 드니다 안에다 코로 써야 되는 거. 상주선 막 거야 아무다 끼찍 찔리는 뒤타니면 야wan자고 세려왔어.
And so when we talk about the impure thought here, it's referring to the ill will, right? The harmful intention towards Bodhisattva. And so, since we don't know, who is and Bodhisattva and who is not Bodhisattva, if that person who we have ill will towards happen to be a Bodhisattva, then however many moments we had that ill will towards that Bodhisattva, that many eons will suffer in the hell.
Right? Like his own is always said, respect all beings, especially respect all religions. It brings a peace. Right? Everyone more inside more, how you call it, connection. They're not very doubt, or maybe I don't want to talk to them, I don't know that. Okay? 다들 너 망보셔야 돼. 다들 자는 시행이면서 다들 티들 뼈 망보셔. 다들 망보시행이면서 다들 누가 나도 시행면 야자냐면 시행이면서.
Yeah, so there's so many about that. We're not talking. We'll only talk about good things today, not about the bad things.
다는 송가와 되게 예반나 다 덴디텔라야 대화다 다나 채와 있나? 아니 내 사시면 레위바나 야야 꼰꼰 파로 그랬어.
And then good thing about it is that if that person happened to be a bodhisattva, right? If that person happened to be a bodhisattva and you did good towards that person, then the merit that you accumulate will be also infinite.
그래서 혼데 간시 예랑 셰 가래. 혼데 간시 예럽 당시나 대연저 대외 사배와 자세히 남라 동가 첨보정 득바면 이제 개왕 강가 벨스 근데다 된지 제와나 개와 양패로 득바도 거 개와 나는가도 수수가 예랑지 지세 예랑 제와 대라 대화잖아 반도 그래서.
And so if the person happened to be a bodhisattva who you have respected and have devoted or had strong faith in, happened to be a bodhisattva, then all your virtue will increase all the time. And so it says like here in the verse 35, but if one's mind is kindly inclined, one will bring forth an even greater fruit, even when a greatly violent crime is committed against the children of the Jina, their virtue spontaneously rises.
Okay? 다 진짜 소리 받으려도 갈라 심지 담바른 첸데 제와 뒤 갈라 샤다지 갈라 나와 시장 된저와 대비 전에 들라 샤다로 다 나로 예대 차단 전에 다야 아니 장주 선바들에샤 대라야 샤다기 파란 내 제와는 틀어야 아니 대원 조약이 다 나로 답시 책도 잡나간도 아니 콜라야 아니 샤다기 있어로 간지 장주 선들에샤
그럼 콩로 가서 저거 제와나
파 내가 제가 있나야? 먼저 출려야 대원대가 가지고 가서 고와는 가서 동안 좁고요리 좁아인다 다 잡는 다도는 장주 선발아 샤다기.
And then in the verse 36, I pay homage to the bodies of those in whom this precious jewel of the mind has arisen. I go right for refuge, to those who are minds of joy, towards whom even an offense result in happiness. And so, so bodhisattvas, so even if you don't, because
아니 파춘 놀래지고 파셔네. 단단 가서 쪼야기 답시지 그래.
So someone, a bodhisattva is someone who always think about helping others, right? Even if the other person were to harm them, they would still think about helping others. They will not retaliate with harm to that person, but shower with love and compassion towards that person. And so through such kind of bodhisattva, I pay homage.
Okay, any chances to be shobology, chances to pay shabalagate tambos.
And so this is the first chapter of the Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life, which explains about the benefits of bodhicitta.
Finish. Okay, that's the yani and the loss. They call yani and the song dance.
And so now you should read it again and again and think about it.
Okay, not just leave that. Okay, oh yeah, Bodhisattva, oh yeah, Bodhisattva, oh yeah, very important. Not like that. Like science, investigation, right? The science what to take care of human beings. Play use of all other beings, right? Even one medicine. We say one medicine. We say painkiller.
So to produce that medicine, like even the painkiller, Tylenol, right? So to produce that, to test that it's going to work on human beings and how many other beings they have killed.
Right?
So by testing in that way, right, on giving on other beings first, and then when it sees that they have this benefit, then they give it to human beings, right? So just like that, if you think about the bodhicitta in that way, and then that will really bring benefit. Changes to our mind.
Okay. There were that telling us time. The Jumane, Jumadang Yanjon del Mangon and Deshe.
So then next week, we'll go through this again. We'll review the whole chapter, and then we'll have more question and answer that time.
And then they like to get to what Shanji was said the Pachimbo Tando, the Kawadi Shigandus. And the social Devana chances some Congo Goris, yet Dumala Tawana chances some Congo Lambda, that's Sikawa Kawa Lagandus. That is Rotate, Matushia was some Coachi. The Pachimbo chances some Tando. And Dana Shinki, Susu, yes, the round Devana chances some Gomnat, Deva Yungueva. Yet Dumala Travan Devayana chances some Gona Pengiva. What is Soyer, but that's Sikawa Kawa Landu.
So in this text, it explains about how by generating bodhicitta in our mind, we can purify all the native karmas, right? How we can bring happiness for ourselves and how we can bring happiness for others, all these things. So which verse explains about that? You have to be able to point to that verse and then say, oh, this is where it's explained in the Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life, like that.
Okay? Okay, like that. Then this Jumala,
the next chapter that we're going to study will be the 6th chapter, the chapter on patience. So we're not going to go, 1, 2, 3 like that, but so the next chapter that we're going to study will be the chapter 6. So how is it related is that, what is the factor or the mind that prevents us from generating bodhicitta? It's the anger, right? So the anger comes, from cherishing oneself and, neglecting others, right? And the 6th chapter explains, how we get angry, towards whom we get angry, and for what reason do we get angry, and so forth. And then after that, then we go back to the 2nd chapter, and which explains about, so in order to generate bodhicitta, you have created this kind of negative karma. So in order to generate bodhicitta, you have to first purify these negative karma. So that explains about the confession. So for example, if we are going to have a very important guest coming to our house, then we'll clean up the house first very thoroughly, right? And then we'll invite the important guest.
So then any legacy make a machine and some was.
And then in the third chapter, it explains about accepting the bodhicitta.
Any legacy one hour, any tag gets a character, I guess it Chinia. Curriculla, Karajago, the Chago, the Chugu, the Jusgo, and the Chago, Kaji, Sanjus and Manawaj in Tango as well.
And then for the chapter 4 and 5 explains about the things that are needed to generate bodhicitta. What kind of thought we have to generate, what kind of matter we have to accumulate to generate bodhicitta. So just like once you have invited the guest, then what kind of food and entertainments that you provide to help the guest.
Okay, like that. Okay, I mixed our chapters. Yeah. Because something also this mix channel, this bottom row, quarter packing to was.
So sometimes when you mix, it helps to understand it better, right? And so then otherwise if we just go through, from beginning to the end, and then we don't know where to apply it.
Okay, any questions? Yes.
There's a saying in the morning, after I do my prayers, that is supposed to help purify your speech. Would be, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right, but it would be nama, nawa, nama, ti, nan, gata, nan, ti, waluka, na. Yeah, it's a mantra saying,
One of the
learning.
mantras that
I'm pronouncing it right.
No, I know.
Or maybe there's different types,
Yeah, and so it helped me with my speech for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
helpful.
Yeah, you try to, this is all so Magia, to the other my own, because you're not, this would take the Pachimo Masai, motion of Jackros.
So it's to bless your speech, that your speech will not create negative karma. I mean, you will not create negative karma through your speech. And even if you had created, then that will be purified. It will be purified, yeah. 그럼 뭐란 둬야 돼? 따다리 왜 쓰고 그랬어, 직접?
특히 가왔는데 하고 상관이.
가가가인가?
메리안 캠핑 김다 커피 복. 코너야.
그나야 뭐.
이들 원.
아무것도 안 하더라고. 가 지납이야. 가.
No. They Tibetan one.
The yellow one.
Yellow
Yeah,
one.
that one.
바진 거들 여러.
야 말하고. 말 가 지도 되는 거다. 가가가 쓰더라. 라면 넣어줘야 되나?
얘는 맞아. 달라면 아주 나요.
가 들으들 가가가 쓰더래.
이렇게
So usually there is this, the speech, is built on vowels and consonants. So there's the vowels and consonants you recite, in order to purify the negative karma created through speech. So there's in Tibetan we have, it's usually Sanskrit, right? So that came back, came to Tibet. So it's Om A A I, just A A I U Ri Li E Om Ga 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 Za 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 Ta 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 Yara Lao Sha Sha Hu Pe So that one is usually is the one that's recited to purify the negative karma created through your speech. Maybe what you're saying, I'm not familiar with that, but maybe there's a different version ones like that. Yeah, there can be different versions. There can be many different kind of versions. Yeah. But are you familiar with that one? The one yeah.
good. I don't know the whole one, but I know
Yes.
Pronunciation for Sanskrit.
Yeah. So then there's so there's a mantra, that says you recite that 3 times and then you blow on your feet, on the sole of your feet. Then when you walk, and any the creatures like insects, that bugs that's killed, will be liberated from lower realms, like that. So that's kind of that kind of benefits like that.
And then also color and chopping it was.
We also make offerings of our food, right? So before we eat, we offer the food.
칼라데 담보 몸 마보소. 근데 드신 거죠. 근데 양초 계셔서.
So you increase it, multiply it, through visualization you multiply it. With the mantra, there's a mantra for multiplying it. You multiply it, and then you transform it into a nature of nectar. So that's like pure form of food, consumed by the divines, and then you offer that, not just ordinary food with all these oils and salts and sodium, but in the pure form as a nectar, and then offer it.
And then
And then also at the time when you eat, if you think about all the germs and bacteria in your body, and imagine that you're feeding them, practicing generosity in that way.
And kaze mena dawa riba is kanje susu go temba dan wala pento chowa vijela pento wala ane irimo dego tela ane da subo de irimo go gondo tele da mena ji sana ko tipa do marse ane nga subo ni je o yo tapa yo tapo yo wala na ya tele chane ko takaro yourself.
So when you eat food, if you eat the food by considering it as a medicine to sustain your body. I need this body to practice Dharma, to benefit other sentient beings. So therefore, I'm going to eat this food to sustain my body, like that. If you do that, then it becomes virtuous action. Your thought is to benefit others. For that, you need this body. For that, then you're going to eat this food. If you think like that, then it becomes virtuous. And otherwise, if you say, "Oh, I want to become beautiful, I want to become strong," and I want to, like that, with the attachment, and then that becomes, the eating food becomes non-virtuous.
Okay, if you really know, excuse me, eating or walking, if you sleeping, you can
Make into Dharma practice.
Dharma practice, okay? Do you see Lama Savaramachi, he do food offering more than half hour. We just put that, I forgot to pray, right? Lama Savaramachi, he recite, then meditation, recite, meditation. Like really mix to practice to, first offering the gods, last Buddhas. Then we second give the beings who are hungry. The third beings to the
Hungry ghosts.
Okay? Like you really think when you go in the morning you go walk, you say, okay, I'm able to today go to walk. I've taught you the best friend or the benefit for others, then I go to walk. Be nice, smiling. You are the window person to smiling. Okay? You are the really person to smiling, to nice them, they were nice. First usually, sometimes strange, right? If you know the person or you are connection, you smiling, they were smiling. If you're a little serious, they were scared to smiling. Even they like smile, they're a little scared, or maybe I'm smiling, they think I'm something wrong. Right? First, we have to give up for ourselves. Give up mara. Start yourself. Then other one be moved. If doesn't move, second time doesn't move, then just leave. Just kick out, okay? Any other questions? About bodhicitta?
So what is the ultimate bodhicitta? Is it bodhicitta? Yeah. Ultimate bodhicitta is a bodhicitta?
Yeah.
It is?
It's the name. It's the wisdom realizing. It's wisdom.
What is the definition of bodhicitta?
So wish to benefit, by all beings, be free of suffering. So it's the wish for you to become a Buddha to enable you to help all beings become free of suffering.
But the wisdom realizing everything is not that, right?
Well, it's a bit, no, it's not. It's not that.
It's not that definition, so it's not bodhicitta?
Well, why do you call it ultimate bodhicitta?
That's the second question.
That's the question.
There's a question.
That's the question.
I'm just being pushing up. You both just push there now. Well, just push there.
Well, I think because once you realize everything that you lose your attachment to yourself, and once you lose your attachment to yourself, then you really are ultimately able to benefit being. That's very nice.
그리고
단지 생겨봐요. 그래서 소소로 잡아 방해됐어. 그래서 if you have what? If you have
You can realize wisdom.
okay, you have less attachment. You will have
You don't have attachment. You realize emptiness. You don't have attachment to self.
And then you have attachment for others.
No.
So then you have attachment for others, and then you get to bodhicitta.
No,
Okay, well,
There's two bodhicittas, conventional and ultimate. So conventional bodhicitta is the mind wishing to reach enlightenment in order to benefit all sentient beings. And then ultimate bodhicitta is the wisdom realizing emptiness in the mind stream of an Arya bodhisattva.
yes, but my question is why we call this bodhicitta?
Why?
Why you call ultimate bodhicitta bodhicitta? Ultimate bodhicitta is not bodhicitta, right?
It's still
Because it
Is it bodhicitta? No, what's the definition of bodhicitta?
conventional or ultimate.
No, just bodhicitta. What's the definition of just bodhicitta?
Oh, I guess I had a question about bodhicitta, but say like His Holiness the Dalai Lama, bodhicitta arises spontaneously. Obviously, he thinks about benefiting sentient beings day and night. Is that considered ultimate bodhicitta? Obviously, I mean, because it happens spontaneously. It arises without having to work at it. It happens. It's like you reach a level and it becomes. What is that? Exponential. It happens.
That's a conventional bodhicitta.
That's conventional. Okay.
Okay.
That was,
So if ultimate bodhicitta or bodhicitta, that's the question, right? If it's not bodhicitta, then why is it called ultimate bodhicitta?
Okay, this is all. Okay, and then members of the Jupiter chokers.
So what's the difference between the aspiring bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta?
One guy
isn't it? I mean, engaging bodhicitta is a form of Buddhahood, is it not?
Sorry?
Engaging bodhicitta is a form of Buddhahood, is it not? Because you can know exactly how to help sentient beings. There's no faultlessly. You can benefit sentient beings, so it's ultimate bodhicitta.
Ultimate bodhicitta?
Ultimate bodhicitta would be Buddhahood or enlightenment, because you would know exactly how to benefit sentient beings. Because there's no fault in your benefiting sentient beings, because you know exactly how to, because you're omniscient. Isn't that ultimate bodhicitta?
So there are, of course, maybe different differences in terms of the word that's used. Like ultimate is like the final bodhicitta, right? It's not like really talking about that, like the bodhicitta related to the ultimate truth. So that's just like Bob said. It's a wisdom realizing emptiness directly within the continuum of Arya Bodhisattva. So Arya Bodhisattva is a superior Bodhisattva, right? Not just ordinary Bodhisattva, but superior Bodhisattva. So in whatever wisdom realizing emptiness directly he or she has in his mind, in their mind, that's ultimate bodhicitta.
Okay. 다 제가 시작 하는 순주 내가 담보된 건 다 실로스로. 아니 대다수의 장주 그거만 누가서 주바지 처가를 때는 쓸데없는.
So the difference is between the aspiring bodhicitta now is different. Okay, so aspiring bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta. So what's the difference between those two, right? So Geshe said to read the whole chapter, and you'll find the answer there clearly.
Okay.
chapter?
chapter down.
Fourth chapter, that's what
No, first chapter.
First chapter.
Okay. 나도 드는 건데 저도 나도 랍데요가 유 사마하고는 야 제로 도스 도나요 도스.
So like, when we talk about it, it feels like we're familiar with that, but then when you are asked, from somewhere in the middle, then we don't remember all these things, so.
They will remind again.
Yeah, so read the book, whole book to remind yourself.
Okay, yes?
I was thinking the image that the book uses of the traveler is really a beautiful one because it says those who are aspiring, but for aspiring bodhicitta, it's like someone who wants to travel, who talks about it, thinks about it a lot, perhaps thinks about it deeply. But then there is the actual traveler who takes that moves.
So that's the engaging bodhicitta.
Right.
So the monastic is that. Pigeon they got the water the door, I say, the period of shoes. And door, the dog is and that's Chashiko. And Chashitam, then Jamon did it then to Mama Singacher. Jamon was the do it, then the Juma Singacher.
Good! You did a good job! Is it? You see, she catch. You guys maybe know that he doesn't catch. Just after maybe you thought maybe I said anything I'm wrong. You say good job. Like that, you need to catch. Like mouse here, just catch. Don't just go say. He said, oh, you go to that, not just catch. Okay? Therefore now you don't need to read whole, you can read the Okay, then we stop. No more questions? Okay, there is some questions, okay? Thank you.
Please turn to page 39 of the Bible. Saji Prakishok Shing Meta Drum Re Rob Linji Nide Gempadi Sangi Jingdu Mekte Owargi Roko Namdak Jingla Chepashuk Jetsun Lame Kutse Rapten Ching Nam Kartrin Le Chok Chugya Padang Lo Sang Ten Pedro Mesa Sumgi Droem and Saltak to Negyo Shik Idam Guru Ratnamandakam Niryatayami. From my two collections, vastest space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time may become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach a state, may I be held in your loving compassion in all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete created parts of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhists by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddhist teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. And the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddhist deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhists and their children, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chen Rezik remain in life till samsara send. Dong Ni Ning Je Zundu Ju Pelam Che Selze, 干见天droy, 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 干 49, short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tuk tul chang jing jam gong gyao wei, ten zin kyang bao wei kun zo do kor ze, jok sum kor wei lek mun tu tru, ba dak sok dul je gun du jak ten shu. You form embodies all Buddhas, you are the nature that of Vajradhara, you are the root of the three jewels, homage to you, O Gurus. In short, I seek your blessings are protected to be cared for by you from birth unremittingly throughout all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O Protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me to be foremost among your very first circle of disciples wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes, without exception, may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus, may enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I, pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care, may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life, believe in cause and effect, the renunciation of the bodhimind and the pure view, I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be causes solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Bottom of page 57, prayers of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Page 75. Miksema. Mig me te wei de chen chen rei zig dream make yam pe wam po jam bel yang dang chen ke pe tu gyan tong ka pa lop sang dra pe jav la so wa de. Thank you very much, Geshe. Thank you, Geshe, too. Thank you, Geshe. Thank you so much, Zamchula. We have coming up not that many things at this point in time, but we have on June 17, it's a Saturday, we have our Sakadawa celebration, our interfaith event. It will be, as always, it's a wonderful event, but it does take a lot of work. So we'll be sending out calls for volunteers, and then there's also requirements to raise funds because there's a number of expenses. One large one is we get our big tent and a bit, but it's a marvelous event, and so that's to save the date. Then also it's a long way from now. In September and October, we've got Venerable Jampa going to visit again. He's doing some exceptional work on a feng shui course with Wisdom Publications, and there's going to be a number of workshops also based on that course that's going to happen at that time. So just keep an eye out. So that's September, October. And then just lastly, Milarepa Center is getting themselves ready for the new year. And there's a work party, a work weekend that's going to go on Saturday and Sunday, May 20th and 21st. All meals are included, accommodation, meals and accommodations are offered, and you just need to email director@milarepa.org. So milarepa.org, yeah, and so it's always wonderful, and you said food and accommodation free. Thank you.